Good morning, everybody. Today is April 27th. I know you finally got out of April 26th. Well, you see, if I was on pace to making 7 videos a week, which I don't know if I will, but you know, if you make a bunch of videos in one day and you're only releasing 3 videos in a week, you're bound to get backed up a little bit. But it's a little after 5. We just threw a little fuel in. We did a bit of a walk around. Sun is not up yet. Coffee in hand. Tractor's warming up. I almost got stuck last night. Definitely got things a little muddy. You can't see it around here. Still got a little bit of mud on the tracks. I just kind of kept clawing my way through. I pretty much came right down to a stop. I didn't even try to abort mission. I was like, oh shoot, if I even try and pull out, I am definitely stuck. So I just kept her going forward, and I hit ramming speed on my tracks, and yet a gopher could still pass me in the mud, but we managed to dig our way out. So we did not get us stuck. That would have been a tough pill to swallow, you guys, to get us stuck on the very first, get us stuck with the 1167 on the very first day of seeding. Oh, that would have been tough. Which reminds me, gotta get the stuck list up, if it isn't already. Alright, we're just literally putting it in the ground right now. We're gonna go up the speed. So this is day 2 of seeding 2022. I would walk you through our morning walk around in system check, but I won't do that right now until we can get some sun, because you guys just clearly won't be able to see. My lights just flashed us there. They're like, good morning. So it is now, I don't know, like 10 o'clock in the morning. So we've been going for a couple hours, and of course the 1167 threw up some, whoa, I'm struggling here. Hold on. Sorry about that. Get your motion sickness. Threw up some emission def codes. And there is a chance that it could derate us, unfortunately. So that's frustrating. We didn't get 24 hours of work out of this thing yet. It already threw up a def code. It's not giving me lots of warm and fuzzy feelings inside, you guys. I do not understand why AGCO struggles so much with def related issues. Like, out of all the, since 2019, been running that 4-track, which I just got rid of. So I put 3 seasons on it, plus a season on that wheeled triple tractor up north. And I've never had def problems. It eats too much def because the tank wasn't big enough, but I've never had def related issues. But I have had a lot of def problems with the C&H equipment, which they're easy to delete, and the AGCO equipment, which they're actually quite hard to delete. So we looked up the code, and it states that it is poor def. Basically, it's a def quality issue sensor, but that's just a load of crap because we have brand new def, and they say def has a shelf life. That's also a load of crap. It has a shelf life for sensitive, deaf equipment. Let's just say that. But anyway, this DEF is brand new and its shelf life is awesome. And the only issue that we actually have here is the DEF quality sensor issue. It's probably that sensor. So we're going to have to look at getting that changed out, because it's very surprising that we have not had any other DEF related issues on any other pieces of our equipment that are all fully operational out here. Just this one. And in fact, we haven't even burnt the DEF out of it that it came with when they dropped it off. We've only gone, we don't have 24 hours of seating in yet. I don't know if we have 12 hours of seating in yet, because we started late yesterday and we're just getting going here this morning. So technically this is Agco DEF. We just topped it off with our DEF. This is pretty much Agco DEF that we got in here. Oh man. Agco, did you guys put good quality DEF in your tractor before you sent it to me? That's the question that I want to know. So I guess we're about to find out how long I'll be down. Hopefully I'm not down too long. Anytime I'm down for 15 minutes, that's 15 minutes too long. We've definitely been down for close to 30 minutes already. Now, if they can't clear the code, if they can't make that code go away, and that is a stinking big pet peeve of mine. I've said this 100 times, 1,000 times I've probably said. I've said this so many times I've lost count. There needs to be an override by that tech. Because when you're feeding cows in the middle of winter and the 724's DEF tank froze solid and split, or the pump split like it's happened I don't know how many times, they need to be able to override that so you can keep going and while they order the new parts in. So that way, my DEF related problem, it's going to put me in derate mode, which means it's going to limit my power. It's going to take 98% of all my power away. It will barely idle itself. It will barely be, it wouldn't be able to pull that drill out of the ground empty once it's derated. You're like, they stop you, basically. The only thing you can do is your engine will run at an idle. They need to be able to go in and put boot, doot, 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 override, dunk, full power. Okay guys, you're fully overridden. We will now order your parts in. Awesome. When the parts get here, we'll drive down 2 hours and we'll install them. You think we just live outside a dealership or something? And then half these parts are getting hard to get. Unfortunately, if there isn't overrides put in place in the future, if there isn't ways around this DEF emission problem, because it's just so problematic, farmers are just going to override it themselves, and they're going to do it permanently. Just imagine if you were in your hospital, your lungs aren't working so good, so they have machines there. You're all kind of tied in, and basically they're pumping air into your lungs, keeping your body going for you. You imagine having a DEF code or a DEF fault. It's totally gonna derate. What does that mean? Well, it's pretty much just gonna cut your oxygen by about 98%. Well, can I survive here on 98? Probably not. Probably not, but don't worry. We're gonna get the parts ordered. Well, how long is it gonna take to get the parts in? Well, I don't know. They're kind of back ordered right now. It might take a couple weeks. Well, how long can I last without air? Well, I don't know. I guess how long can you hold your breath? That's clearly unacceptable, you guys. That's 100% unacceptable. Wow, Mike, if you wouldn't have bought a Fendt, you wouldn't have to worry about DEF problems. That's not true. That's not true. C&H has just about equally as many DEF problems. At least they do on our farm, our track history. It's our John Deere stuff that has the least amount of DEF issues. Oh, Mike, you pretty much did it to yourself. That's the problem. So quit complaining about having DEF problems. So do you think by quit complaining that we're having DEF problems, that's gonna speed Agco up by trying to fix this stuff? Agco needs to know that we have issues. Staying silent about it isn't actually gonna fix anything. Urban people think that we just hop in a cab and do nothing. Most of them don't even know where their food comes from. They think it comes from Costco. No, things need to be said. So that way there's transparency out there. People need to know what we're dealing with day in and day out. That way one day, hopefully, Lord willing, perhaps we can have an override. So that way Hunter, who's in there, who's doing an awesome job by the way, can just type in a 6-digit passcode or something, boom, completely overridden. All right, Mike, I'm gonna drive my 2 hours back. We'll order the parts, and then when they come in and it's a good time for you, we'll get down there and we'll get those things installed. Awesome. That's all we're asking for. All right, so Hunter's just leaving, and that SUV that's coming in right there, that is Ashtyn and my son Chapel, which is really exciting because she's bringing breakfast. But she doesn't know my plan here. I'm trying to get set up to load. She's kind of cramping my style. Yeah, I'll just stop. When the food wagon comes, you just stop. Hello, little man. Hey, how are you doing? Huh? How are you doing?
Pretty good.
Yo, you look pretty awesome, little guy.
It's your first seeding season.
Yeah, he has not ridden in a tractor yet, and that is going to happen pretty soon.
And, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be the case.
Hey, little guy.
Okay. You'll know the better things are to come.
Oh, I see how it is. Hey, aren't you just a cutie? Huh?
We're going to work our way from the bottom up, right? This way when we get
Oh,
to
I see how it is.
Grandpa G-Palms. Grandpa Red.
Hey, little guy.
Dad's
Hey.
going to fill his drill.
Yeah, Dad's going to go up and fill his drill. Dad's going to fill his drill. You're going to fill your pants? Soon?
Hope not.
No? Yeah? Does Dad love you? Huh? Does Dad love you? Like crazy? Like crazy a lot of? Like a lot of crazy? Huh? Is that so? He's like, what are you doing? All right. Dad's got to get back out there and load his drill. So, Ashtyn just left. I'm going to load. I'm not empty yet, but we can't all empty at the same time. So we all got to start loading when we're like half and 2/3. So that way we can try and space out the trucks. And I just got word that the part that we need is in Chicago. So they're hoping for Friday, but it could be Monday. And what day is it today? Wednesday. So if this thing derates me, we are in a world of poop. I'm just gonna load now. Well, we finished loading. We finished the last little bit of this first field. We finished our first field of the season, you guys. It was like 347 acres or something like that. How come this thing isn't going up? All right. I did figure this thing out where you can put your timers on and your priorities and it will save it. Tim, my sales guy, he did walk me through that. So I am pretty excited about that. All right, let's wing this puppy up, shall we? Oh, we're idling up here, right? I got that thing set for a minimum of 1400. I can still shut that off. So we're fully loaded, and you guys have probably asked a couple times, and I think I've told you a few times, but I'll tell you again. You're probably like, how many acres can you get done on a full loaded cart? Well, it completely depends on what you're seeding, and what rates you're putting, fertilizer, phos, seed, you know. Right now, seeding Durham, super dry conditions. We have a whole fertilizer crop left in the ground from last year. So we're hardly putting any fertilizer down, putting a little bit. And we did back our seed rate down as well. So basically we can do like 550, give or take, acres on these carts. Just shy of a section per 1,300 bushel cart. So let's head to our next field, shall we? We are fully loaded. Typically we don't move very far fully loaded because it is kind of hard on your tires. You can heat them up. And if you have to ever get over for anybody, which is the biggest concern, it's really hard to get over and let people by when you're so fully loaded that you don't dare get over too far for risk of either damaging your equipment, or then there's a semi right there. Shoot! That was not thought of by me. I gotta let you go. No worries. It's Frankel's. As soon as I pulled out on the road, he's like, oh, okay. And I'm like, my bad. I didn't see you in time. And there's too much for ditches. I can't just pull off with this load on. This is the reason why you don't go with a full load. Case in point, you guys. Case in point. It's going to be tight. This is going to be tight. Oh yeah, we got lots of room. Would not have had to get my drill over so far. Now he's loaded as well. We're both loaded. Don't get stuck, Frankles. Oh, it's digging, he's spinning. Ho, 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 ho. He's still spinning. Ooh. Boy, that trailer's sinking in.
I guess that field edge is kind of wet.
We were watching that. We're like, he's gonna get stuck.
Oh no.
What's with all this traffic? Rickles over there. He's in the 68 foot, and he's giving me a hard time that I'm leaving him. It's not personal. I told him that. Rick, you know it's not personal that I'm leaving you, right? It's not personal.
I feel like that might be a lie, but I'm not sure.
Oh, no, Rick. I would never do that to you, buddy. Like, I realize that you're not done and I'm leaving, but you're basically done. You're kind of done if you think about it. Kind of, sort of.
Well, if you really wanted to, you can unwing and then just help me finish this little piece. If you really wanted to, I mean.
Like, you know how it is, though. Like you know how it is.
Okay, fine. I still have my doubts, but I see. Yes.
We have a lot of fun around here. We're all a bunch of basically big kids. We just our sandbox and talking toys got bigger, and a little more responsibility, I guess. First hill that's pushing us down here. Remember, I do have a brake on that cart. It is working. Oh, good. I was gonna say, I don't know why they didn't put an engine brake on this thing, like there's an engine brake on my 1050. But no engine brake on the 1167. Because we gotta go down some pretty steep valleys, and I do like an engine brake. I don't like to rely on all my brakes. But I guess that's not an option this time. So now we're gonna go up this hill. We're maintaining, we're at 15.5 mile an hour right now, and let's just listen to it and listen to it work here.
Maybe you can find a fairly flat spot there along the road.
Turn that off. Come on, Betsy. Come on. Pulling into the field now. Then we're gonna unwing, and we'll do a. Actually, I just did a seat check before I got here. But you always do one when you get to another field, because maybe your hose kinked off somewhere around here, or maybe something happened on the move, or something fell off, whatever it might be. It's just always a good habit to do a good system check every time. Always look down the openers, make sure nothing's hanging down. Looks good. Move to this side. Looks good. Move to this side. Looks good. Yeah, see, those wheels are popped out, and then those ones are. That is how it is supposed to be. 2 on each side there. Okay? That looks good. Then you just go over to your cart. We'll do the run test. Oh, wrong button. That's good. Start from one side, doesn't really matter which side. Seed, fert, yep, good. Seed fert, see? Red kernels, yeah. Look how dry this ground is already. It's already cracked up, for goodness sakes. Always make sure that these adjustments didn't move. You're in number 6. Make sure that all your hoses are in. There isn't a hose popped out up here in this tower or down here in the boot. I've had a few of those pop out already. So, yep. You always look in on the line. Yep. Yep, those hoses are supposed to be like that. Yep. 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 You get the idea. To the center, always check your studs, check your bearings, check your studs. Yep. And then try to make a habit of going around the cart for your next time. Look in, look at your studs. Yep. Look under there. Make sure everything looks good. Studs. Yep. No oil leaks. You also got to make sure that this screen doesn't get plugged up with straw, because then that will plug you up. Studs? Nope. Did you check that? Missing stud. That's actually that's the stud I was missing at the start of spring, and I'm like, oh, no big deal. It finally took me a long time to finally get the stud that I needed. It's a really long sucker. Yeah, you can't get that in without pulling off these duals, the whole set of duals, and the brake disc in the back, because that brake disc is too close and you can't get that stud up through the brake disc. Like, you have to pull this whole assembly off right down to the axle, and you have to pull everything apart. And I realized that on like the last day before we're going, and I'm like, huh, well, I guess that's not getting done. So we stuck an impact on all these and made sure that there was nothing else broke. And what I mean by that is if one was broken just sitting there, sticking an impact on it would snap it off, and then you would know. If I had broke 2, well, then we'd have no choice but to do something, but 1 will be okay. I was actually gonna stick another bolt in, just a smaller one, put the head on this side and then just tighten it up with a nut on the back side, but I only got like this much room. So I don't have a lot of room. I might see if I can't make MacGyver something here yet, but that's not optimum. But I'm not gonna just pull this whole thing and take the brakes and everything right off unless I have 2 broke. Not gonna happen. Not now. So I got it. Now we're extra cautious with our studs. Studs, bearings, seat. Yep, you get the idea. And let's go see.